In August 2001, I and a group of other intrepid cyclists set off on a mad 1,000-mile dash up Italy from Lecce in the south to Venice in the north, all in aid of the British Heart Foundation. It took just 10 days. This film is about our experiences. I had no idea what I was in for. Over difficult mountainous terrain and dangerous roads with the temperatures in the high 30s, the challenge of doing over 100 miles a day was a daunting one, and the problems started on day one.
John had a puncture this morning.
I think it's sabotage. Somebody resents the beauty of my bike. I have never owned a proper road bicycle before, let alone one with cleated pedals.
This is the street you turn left.
If this is one way, what are we going
no,
one way for?
Just here, from the hotel.
You can walk your bikes to 20 yards.
Prego. Perfetto.
Ciao.
Ciao. Grazie tanto.
Yeah, have you got any water on board? Yeah, I give you some.
Well, more than a quarter done for today. We were confronted by horrendously high winds, which not only slowed our progress, but even made recording it pretty difficult, as you can hear. Well, it was quite an easy start. As to who would set the pace, amazingly, the Flying Dutchmen, both in their 60s, were the main pluggers. After about an hour and a half, frankly, I lost it with the front lot. I couldn't keep up. And I settled back with Jeff Banks, who started pushing a cartload of paraffin and ended up designing these beautiful shirts.
There's a rise.
Any similarity between the colour of the paraffin and the shirts is purely accidental. Isn't this the most Italian scene you ever saw? Eric Clapton gave Simon his bike when he was 18. I have to say I'm a Clapton fan, to the extent even that we called our daughter Layla.
Did you?
Oh, we love them.
After 225 miles, 2 days, I feel surprisingly not bad. I haven't got any specific pains, I just feel exhausted, but we'll see. We've got about 100 miles today, and it remains remorseless and not what I ever expected.
I'm not sure if we'll be on the yellow one here, on the white one, because coming in this one, it was a one-way.
Follow me if you want. Bravo.
Today's a really exceptional day because Patrick and I came in first, and we don't know really why, except that I think everyone else got lost. And also, although I have a sore bottom, I've got 2 pairs of shorts on, and that makes a tremendous difference too.
The massage shop has been opened up in the gas station.
I'll let you into a secret, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm not built for this kind of work either.
You're not doing a bad job of it, John. I mean, you're outlasting your wheels, that's for sure.
I am a tense person.
When you see the way people suffer, then I think that you realise it is not easy at all. They're putting enormous effort on the ride to raise the money for charity.
The longer I ride, the more painful it becomes, and eventually it sort of spreads out across the shoulders. So every kilometre is an absolute nightmare. And
you could do all this in a much more comfortable fashion. You're not a poor man, and you subject yourself to this appalling hell on wheels day after day. Do you need to do that to get the camaraderie and the rest of it you talk of?
I think it's when people put themselves to an extreme that they really do actually dig very deeply into one another's personalities.
Does age play any part in it?
It did, until a 63-year-old Dutchman turned up and roared everybody off.
Go to 60, 61 and I'm 62, so we are not young fellows anymore. But up to now it is going very well.
Oh.
Where's Jeff?
I've not seen him. I haven't seen him since the cathedral, and he didn't come up there. Jeff's the only man that cycles at the same pace as I do, so I'm distressed that he's gone.
You missed the road as well?
Yes.
I think it's that right going up there. One went that way, one went that way, straight up.
Yeah.
That journey in the last 2 hours was sort of eternal Croydon. Non-stop Croydon.
One more.
Okay.
Go see.
No?
Yeah! Hey! Hey! Great. Grazie tanto.
Thank you very much.
No, grazie lei. This is actually what we came on the trip for, to see some of this sort of stuff. You can see the crater extends from one side to the other. Yeah. Is it dormant now completely?
No,
it goes.
It's going.
On day 4, I was dispatched down the wrong road and got lost and found myself uncomfortably alone. I didn't see a human being for 45 minutes and I was beginning to run low on juices. I don't know, they handed me Rudy's bottle. But the real killer is not knowing what comes next. And the Italians are desirous to keep you in the dark. There is no sense in which they tell you how many kilometres there are to go. They just like to keep, and I don't blame them. Frankly, I wouldn't tell anyone either, because there are many. Can it be done? I mean, 1 is easy, 2 possible, 3 getting bad. The ride was a big thing for me to undertake. I am, after all, no sportsman. More than anything else, at the age of 53, I wondered whether I could do it. But Matt put me on this road.
Yeah, but he got wrong.
Matt is to be fired. This is the craziest thing I've ever done. This is absolutely insane and ill-advised.
Enjoy the scenery.
Well, I love the scenery, but there's no shade and no people. Well, very good of you to come and rescue me. I shall never do it again. I mean, it's a damn fool thing. Fancy seeing you here.
The camaraderie, the group dynamic, it's tremendous. I'll have a part in the Pirates of Penzance yet.
The tyres got slashed. So
Oh, so you're looking for
a new tyre, really? Can you push?
Yeah. Aha, we're in. Hey, success.
I want to be in company, and I've at last found somebody to cycle with. And he lives in Kentish Town.
If we get to the centre, turn right, and then we've got to climb. Don't like the look of that arrow.
It doesn't look good. Well, you do like the look of it.
Well, I
see
do.
you thrilling to it. For me, it's gloom. For you, it's the most sumptuous thing.
Ever. Not as good as this banana.
This is the difference between
not
one who
quite.
does and one who doesn't. Right. Are we there yet?
Come on, you two! Yeah! Woo!
Do you want anything off this bar here?
You like cheese? Atlıca capigolo. Huh? You said you've arrived in heaven. That's why I told you.
How long have you been here? Obviously a long time. A solar-powered fan hat to make cooler cycling. It's rather brilliant.
Benedictio Deo Omnipotentis, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus.
How far is heaven?
It's about 2 miles to go.
And for this?
You can take this one.
Okay. There we go again.
È apposta, vedi? Invece di hanno fatto tutte, hanno accumulato tutte le case, tutte con l'acqua del comune.
I felt completely recharged after the rest day, getting back on the bike. I even wanted to. That didn't last very long, about an hour, I'd say. Look how the flower has faded. I'm a complete washout now. Had it. This is now mind over matter.
I know I'm working.
And the mind is more or less gone, and the matter I have lost contact with. Well, I've still got a tummy. I suppose that could go into the operation. Have a look at this when we get back. It may have gone.
I don't know, but it looks like rain.
Did it matter that we were in Italy, or could we have been in the Ukraine?
I think it's interesting to have places that you have some curiosity for, and that there is a sense of discovery. But we could have been in the Ukraine.
We've seen a lot, haven't we?
I've seen a lot, I've smelt a lot, I've sensed a lot. I've found that what you actually get is not just necessarily rushing to a place which is a historical monument.
Yeah.
It's just that sense that you actually get of being in a city, in a different environment, with people who you haven't met before. That is enough pleasure for me.
But absolutely staggered to have got here. I just cannot believe it. I mean, the hill climb yesterday, hill climbs were diabolical, absolutely awful, but exhilarating to have done. I shall miss it. I shall miss it. The remorseless grind. Still 90 miles to go, and I think people are underestimating how much that's going to take.
We need your maps. We have an idea for changing the route and getting off this road. Back to Ravenna, start again. And then up through Ponte Jongo.
Okay, e dopo ti trovi, ci sono un carabiniere.
Sui Venezia, okay?
You'd have thought that reporting from war zones over the years would really have prepared me for all this, but in reality it was far more extreme, far more acute than any kind of physical endurance I've ever experienced. Words fail me, I mean, to be honest. I mean, it still remains a crazy enterprise, but hell, it feels good to get here. I consider it one of the great watersheds of my life. Absolutely unbelievable.
That's a hell of a welcome.
I'm as high as a kite. Big.
Back on the road again.